Hey everyone, it's Jack here, and I am back. Last week I had a band concert and a couple of things going on, so I didn't get to post, but this week I'll probably give you 3 videos instead of 2 because I was away. And I wanted to hold off talking about perfecting a character because I felt I had to bring up how to improve prose before we get anywhere further. I've read a lot of stories from other people. A few of them not so great. A few of them pretty good. It's not the story itself. The only problem is prose, I find. People don't know how to write it correctly or are just not good at it. So I want to bring up some points on how to improve it. First of all, you have to know how to write grammatically correct sentence. And I don't say that to be brash or just annoying, but a lot of things I have read, people forget to capitalize. They forget to break off into different paragraphs after dialogue. And all those things are very important because you want your story to flow correctly and you want it to be grammatically correct. A lot of times, back when I was starting to write, I used to use a lot of contractions. It's best if you narrow those down. So if you can make a new sentence or you use some other type of way to come across your point and you can use contractions, but use them a lot less. Because after a while, if you use a lot of them, it starts to sound a mess and not so great. Another thing is don't give too much attention. You have to trust your reader and what you're trying to say. I mean, it's pretty obvious. If the story is taking place in a barn, you don't want to mention that something's happening in the barn because we know we're already there. You have to give your reader the benefit of the doubt because too much information can sound really tedious and just plain wrong. So don't overdo it with information. Another thing is if a sentence doesn't sound right, reword it. I'm pretty much improvising this because I don't really believe in scripts. So I'm trying to really think about what things do you not want to do. I don't really have trouble anymore when it comes to writing prose because I've been doing it for a really long time. There have been certain things that I've done that I look back on and laugh really hard because they are just so bad. You will even do that in the next few years. You'll look back and you'll say, oh wow, why did I even do that? That was really bad. Just make sure not give too much information. Oh, and God forbid, don't use adverbs. Try to limit adverbs as much as you can because they're really annoying. If you use too many adverbs, it's just like awful. Like, really, go look up examples of, just write out a few sentences, each of them using adverbs, and you'll understand what I mean, because it sounds really, really bad. If you can reword the sentence, I think that was what I was trying to say. If you can reword a sentence to use an adjective that is like the adverb somewhere in the sentence, but not use the adverb, it'll sound a lot better, I guarantee, because adverbs are really, really annoying. Please don't use them. I guess that's what I can say. There's a lot of books out there that are about how to improve prose. There's a lot of books on writing. Prose pretty much for me is a natural thing, so I never really had a problem with it. I find some people really do. Don't use too much commas, because I read something that somebody wrote and they used commas where they were supposed to use sentences, and it was kind of really bad. Try to make new sentences every time you can. Don't go on and on and on. Also, don't make paragraphs too big, because if you make paragraphs too big, you get the reader uninterested. You want to break them up so they have room to, mentally breathe when they read. Like, if you're going to read a paragraph, I'm sure you know what I mean. If you read a paragraph that's like a page long, you get like, oh my gosh, this is ever end. Break up your paragraphs as much as you can, because sometimes it's overbearing, the amount of words you read in a certain paragraph. So try to make them as small as you can, but without ruining the flow of your words. Every time you read a chapter, which I'll probably mention this again, every time you read a chapter, end with a very interesting sentence. So right when the action's starting, end it, because then people will want to read more of it. And that's all I pretty much have to say. If I come up with any tips later on, I'll tell you. There's plenty of things you can read. I'm sure if you Google it somewhere on the internet, there'll be tips that can help you improve prose. There's plenty of books out there that can. And next time I will focus on characterization. And I'll talk to you about my book that's coming out soon, and a few other interesting videos I have in store for you. But that's pretty much all for today. Make sure to subscribe to get an update on when my new videos will be out. If you have any questions for me about prose or anything like that, then put down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, bye-bye.